Hello, everyone. This week's video of our Torah is sponsored by Yechi Ruvain, and we thank the anonymous sponsor for their generosity. This Shabbos will be a special Shabbos Young Ezra of Brookline. We are welcoming Dr. Erica Brown as our special scholar in residence as the inaugural Rabbi Arnold and Sabina Weider Memorial Scholar in Residence. For those who will be coming for the dinner tonight, she'll be speaking after dinner, after davening Shabbos morning, as well as an hour before Mincha Shal Shuddis. Please see the email for all the topics and exact times, and I'm sure each lecture, each talk, each shiur will be incredibly worthwhile to attend to, and we hope that you'll be able to be here for at least part of Shabbos and part of that learning. In this week's parsha, we have the mitzvah of the Nazir, the Nazirite. And even today, certainly in living memory, there were people who still accepted upon themselves to live as a Nazir. There are three restrictions that a Nazir must abide by. He or she cannot come in contact with a dead body. He or she must refrain from wine or anything that can produce wine. And finally, he or she must let their hair grow for however long the period of the Nazirus is. Now, the first two are readily understandable. Staying away from a dead body, from impurity, a heightened state of purity, staying away from wine. But why is it? What is this third piece? What is the symbolism that the Nazir must let his or her hair grow? And also, the process is that when the Nazirus is complete on that final day, the Nazir would come to the Beis HaMikdash, would offer a series of karbanos and shave his or her head as part of that process, as part of that sacrificial offering. What is the symbolism of letting the hair grow and the symbolism of specifically shaving it off at the end of the Nazirus? As often, Rav Hirsch provides a fascinating and very compelling explanation for the symbolism. Staying away from a dead body or other sources of impurity makes sense. The Nazir, this religious person who's compelled to live in a heightened state of spirituality, wants also a heightened state of purity. The Nazir stays away from wine as a symbol of pulling back from physical pleasures of this world, or things that will loosen the restraint of the Nazir. But the Nazir is doing something else, Rav Hirsch says. The Nazir is not only seeking heightened spirituality, heightened purity. The Nazir is retreating into himself or herself, into an inner world. The Nazir is pulling back from society. He says, I need a break from the world. I need a break from people. So he pulls back, and that is symbolized by the hair. The hair would grow. If it was a Nazirus for some amount of time, the hair would grow long, the hair would be disheveled, the hair would be wild, the hair would mark the Nazir. Everyone would see that person, know, oh, that person, he or she, is a Nazir, and it would create a distance between that person and the rest of the world. The hair would be disheveled and be wild. It would be a rejection of society's expectations of how we should look. And even physically, Rav Hirsch says that the growth of the hair, something that grows outside of our body but covers our body, symbolizes a barrier between ourselves and that which is beyond us. It protects us and separates us. It is the boundary that divides us and people in the world outside of us. And so the Nazir lets his hair grow, lets that symbol of rejecting expectations of society. He wants something to grow that marks him as different. I'm apart from you. And he grows that physical protection that secludes him, that protects him, that separates him from those around him. And that is what the Nazir does for that period. That person feels the need to have this period of spiritual intensity that makes him different, that pulls him away from the world and from other human beings. And then when the Nazirus is complete, so the Nazir comes to the Beis HaMikdash, he offers his sacrifices and prepares himself or herself to return to the world, to normal society. And as part of that process, he shaves off his hair. He shaves off this symbol of being different, of being apart. He says, I'm returning to a community, to the normal expectations of being part of a community, of having relationships. I'm shaving off all hair, that which separates me. I am bare. There's nothing on me. I am here. I am ready to come in contact, to reunite, to rejoin people, life, relationships, humanity. if we can add to Rav Hirsch's explanation, it also is true that if you are part of a relationship with one person, that means you must give up something of yourself. You must be willing to compromise. You must want and be willing to think of someone else. If you are part of a group, if you're part of a community, all the more so. If we want to be part of something bigger, if we don't want to be alone, if we want to be with others, if we want to be united with others, if we want to be part of something stronger and bigger, to be part of that, we must be willing to give up something of our own, of perhaps our preferences or our time or other resources to think about what is best, not just for me, but what is best for my relationship, for my family, for my community, for my people, for the world. If you want to join something, you must give something up. And so perhaps the haircut, the shaving the head also symbolizes that. The Nazir is saying, I'm taking something away from myself. I'm removing something of myself. The period of the Naziris was a self-focused, self-centered period of time. And now when I want to rejoin, become part of my community, become part fully of the Jewish people, I know I must give up something of myself. I must sacrifice something of myself, and that is what the hair symbolizes. We're all fortunate to have those people around us, our family and close friends, our circles, and also our community. We are part of our community, and in particular, our Young Israel of Brookline community, our davening community, our mitzvah community, our friend and our social community. And to be part of that, we give up something of ourselves. We donate in so many ways, our time, our energy. We're willing to compromise for what's good for the group. And we thank everyone in all the ways that they contribute to our wonderful shul. And in that spirit, next week, I remind everyone, I hope everyone already knows this, but if you don't know this, I'm telling it to you now. And if you've already heard it, I'm reminding you that the most important fundraiser of the shul is next week, June 14th and June 15th, Tuesday and Wednesday. It is this fundraiser which allows the shul to do everything that it does to provide the opportunities to learn, to daven, to be with one another, all the programs that it runs. It is critical, and we expect it to be an incredible success to raise the largest amount we've ever raised, $180,000, but that will only happen if everyone helps, if everyone participates, if everyone is able to donate as they can, and even more so to encourage others to spread the link to friends and family or other people in Boston who have connections to the shul. Be part of the team, be part of this great campaign, become part of something bigger, the success of the shul, and we hope you'll be able to do so. And we look forward to that great success. I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible over Shabbos, again with our special guest, Dr. Erica Brown. And good Shabbos, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom.